Welcome to another fireside chat. And this one I want to just kind of hopefully offer some motivation. I don't know if these are motivational, inspirational or not, but whatever. I want to talk about it. It's Friday. I kind of like these fireside chats because it opens up, talk about whatever. But let's talk about failure. And failure in the sense of, you know what, it's okay to fail. And you think about it. How do you not fail? The only way to not fail is just never doing anything in the first place. Because if you don't do anything, then you totally eliminate the risk of being able to even fail. So yeah, that is one way to avoid failure is you just don't try anything. You don't do anything. You don't step out of your comfort zone. And by doing that, then you're never going to fail. That is true. But the way I look at it is, you know what, failure means that at least you're doing something. And in some cases, doing something is just what it takes and what needs to be done in order to make something happen. And sure, it's not always going to be great. It's not always going to be what you want, but you just never know unless you try. And I realize none of this is like new or like philosophical on my part. I'm not the first, but I just want to talk now about some personal experience with not only a failure, but then also something that I'm currently trying right now, which as many of you are aware of, that could very well fail. I don't know, but you know what? I just want to kind of put some action behind my words, so I'm not sitting here, just yapping, just chirping, without kind of backing up my actions or backing up my words with actions. So I want to just quickly point out a failure that I've had, and the failure being, for those of you that have followed the vlog, movie reviews. I don't know why, and Nate's the camera guy, so we'll bring him in, but. For those of you that have watched the vlog, one part of the vlog, which is almost going to be around a year. I think we started in June, so a few more months. But we're like, hey, yeah, we'll record ourselves going to the movies and just and then we'll do a movie review on the way back. And Nate, that was a failure, right?
That was a total failure.
Yeah. So I mean, we'd record ourselves, afterwards. And a couple times we had friends, so our friends, we would just all talk about the movie. And failure being defined as pretty much the views, right? The views are the worst out of all the vlogs.
Yeah, by far.
So the views were, what are you looking at on your phone right now?
I'm reading about Movie Pass.
So, all right, so.
It's applicable.
Yeah, so, okay, so Nate just, but anyways, yeah, it was, as far as views, they were the worst viewed. And some people did comment on them. So to you that did comment on the movie reviews, in all sincerity, I do appreciate it. And I thank you for it. But yeah, being honest and just kind of being realistic, and that's kind of the one lesson is sometimes you just got to admit failure, and that's fine, because when you admit failure, you learn from it, and you just stop doing whatever is causing failure. And for us, it was our time. It was, what are we putting in this Friday time slot? So those movie reviews, yeah, I mean, again, in the spirit of, that's not my forte apparently. That's not Nate's forte, us explaining movies, us talking about movies. Could we get better? Yeah, maybe we could get better if we did it more consistently, but that was never anything that caught traction. And it was something where we had to kind of just say, you know what? That's not very, and wasn't it your wife that really gave it to us hard?
Yeah. She's like, why do you even do those anymore? They're dumb.
Yes, and then Stacy, who's Nate's wife, just hit us between the eyes and pretty much said, yeah, those things are just not good. Like you guys are, that's not good. You could be spending your time, your opportunity cost is too great. And that is why, if you're wondering why there haven't been any movie reviews, Nate and I have gone and seen several movies that we would have normally recorded. We will be going and seeing Infinity War for you comic book needs out there soon, within the next couple of weeks. And that will not be recorded. That will not be, you will not hear our thoughts because we are not good at it. And that was just a failure on the channel itself. Does that mean that we're shutting down the channel? Does that mean we're no longer doing vlogs? No, we adapted from it. And the one thing that we tried with kind of those current headline type fireside chats that are much more popular according to the numbers than what those movie reviews are. So that is just in a case where you can't improve unless you fail. And you can't fail unless you just try something, unless you just do something. So those movie reviews have now led to the idea of, well, maybe we can take some current headlines and talk about those. And I've done, I think, 2 or 3 of those videos on the vlog. And those have gotten, like I said, are they the most popular? No, but are they improvement on top of the movie attempts? Yeah, there's definitely an improvement there. So does failure make Nate and I like terrible human beings? No, I would say that it makes us, he was not on his head, yes, he's a scumbag. Look, and I'm still looking at the camera as I said, so don't even think you can get away with stuff. I see. I can, did in gym class, did your teacher have to go like this? And then if you can still see your fingers, you got good peripheral vision. Yeah. Well, I don't know. My peripheral vision is still at its A game. Anyways, normally I wouldn't do this, but this is a vlog, fireside chat, so we can just talk about it anyway. And I don't even know what I was talking about. But point being, Nate and I would argue, and I would argue this, if you come to me, and I'm not talking about trading, and this is where things can get mixed with trading. Oh yeah, well at least I tried trading. And you're like, well, that was like the dumbest thing you could have done. Putting your entire account into some illiquid penny stock. Yeah, you tried and failed, but that was something that could have been averted had you just done just a little bit of game planning. So remember, there is that gray area there where you can definitely take this logic and twist it. But as a whole, just try something. Whether that is, I want to, and I'm not talking about trading, just in life. You never know unless you try. And even if you fail, though, that doesn't make you a loser. I would argue it makes you somebody that's, trying to improve and trying to make situations better for yourself. And as far as just kind of where it stands right now, something else in terms of, well, Clay, you sit there and say, you just got to do something. You just got to try. You could fail. For me right now, and for Nate, that is moneywithclay.com, our new lifestyle personal finance site. It is still very early on. Just put out, the slab money method last week. But I mean, the site is still basically a brand new baby. And it is still on territory, still on, the potential of failing. Now, do I think it's going to fail? No. Do I plan on it failing? Of course not. That would be a terrible attitude to have going into it. But you don't know unless you just do something. So Nate and I, we are doing something. We are saying, you know what? There is a clear need out there for this. There is a potential to assist people and help people, create a win-win deal for everybody. So let's give it a try. And it could very well fail. So this is not me just saying you got to just try. You got to just try things. I am currently literally, as I sit here right now, trying something with moneywithclay.com that could very well fail. Claytrader.com, yeah, I tried that, but at the time being, we have a great community that and that's going very well. But this whole new thing, you just never know. So don't be scared of failure. Don't not do something because you could fail and I don't want people to judge me because I failed. If anybody judges you because you failed, again, assuming I took my kid's college tuition and I threw it into some penny stock. Okay, well that's a little different. But within just general, if you were trying something and somebody's looking down on you because you got outside the box, you got outside your comfort zone a little bit, and you introduced a little trying a little maybe risk into things that something could potentially fail. They're not friends. They're grouchy because they're probably somebody that never tries anything. They never do anything. Well, the only thing they do is probably complain all the time. So don't be scared of failure. It doesn't make you worthless. It doesn't make you, less than anybody because you do maybe end up failing at something. Like I said, those movie reviews fail, but you just got to move, grow on from it, and you can't be scared to fail. So I don't know if that offered any motivation. I don't know if that offered any inspiration. But from where I sit, these are not empty words. I have failed. I'm still putting myself at the potential of failing. So yeah, join me. Join the potential failure party because the cool thing is that there's potential to fail, but that's only one side of the coin. The other side of the coin is there's potential for greatness. There's potential to improve. There's potential for who knows what. And that's just part of why you got to get out there and just do something.